Good afternoon, children. Welcome to English class. In the previous class, we studied the short play Clever Carla. Today, we will do some activities given in this unit. Later, we will study the poem Plowman. Okay, now let us do the activities one by one. Children, look at the first activity. Number the pictures in the same order as the events took place in the play Clever Carla. Before doing this activity, you should read the short play Clever Carla once again, and then you try to number the pictures in the same order as the event took place. Okay. Here numbers are given to the pictures in the same order as the event took place. Then you must write the events in the right order in the space given below. By examining these pictures related with this short play, the first event is the farmer loaded his wagon with the grains. The second event is he reached the market and a merchant approached him. Third event, the merchant cheated him by giving 20 copper pieces for everything in the wagon, including the grain, horses and the wagon itself. Fourth event, the farmer was very much worried. Fifth event given in the picture is he reached home and told everything to his daughter Carla. Sixth one, Carla was very clever. She went to market with some watermelon. Seventh event is the same merchant approached Carla. Eighth one, he showed 3 copper pieces in his hand and Carla agreed to sell watermelon with everything in his hand. Then last one, he had to keep his words by giving her 3 rings in his hands. Children, you must write down these events in the proper order. Okay? Then look at the second activity. Read these lines which describe a farmer's work. When the sun rises, I go to work. When the sun goes down, I take rest. I dig the well from which I drink. I farm the soil which yields my food. A farmer tills and toils in the farm to produce good products. The work of a farmer is hard and eventful as described in the above lines. Do you know any farmer in your locality? Collect their names, the crops they cultivate, the products, the way they sell it, etc. Now I give a sample description about a farmer. Our farmer. Majid is a farmer in our village. He works hard in his field from dawn to dusk. He cultivates rice, vegetables and different kind of fruits. He uses a tractor to plow his land. He says he uses only natural manure. Majid uses modern machines to reap the crops. He sells the grains and vegetables in the nearby market. Villagers visit Purikal house to buy fresh fruits and pesticide-free vegetables. He is the winner of the Karshakasri Award in the year 2013. Children, you should write a brief description about a farmer in your locality in your own words. Okay? Children, now look at the picture and describe the work of a farmer. Don't forget to describe the work done by the family members of the farmer too. How will you describe this picture? Yes, there is a small hut located at the edge of a vast field and a farmer is working in his field. His wife helps him in farming. In the picture, she is busy feeding the cattle. Their children are happy and are enjoying a bath in the nearby pond. The distant hills and the trees around make a beautiful scene. The coconut tree bearing coconut is swaying in the wind. Children, you should describe the picture in your own words. Okay? Look at the next activity, editing. The king of Anandabari wants to promote farming in his kingdom. One of his courtiers prepared a news report. There are some errors in it. help him edit the report. Anantapuri. The king of Anantapuri is worried about the poor condition of farming in his kingdom. He visits all parts of his kingdom. He could hardly see any cultivated land except in some areas. So he issued orders to begin farming in all parts of the kingdom as early was possible. The king offered 100 gold coins for the best farmer, which makes the best result in farming. Children, can you note down any errors? Yes, he visited all parts of his kingdom. Then check the spelling of hardly. Yes, he could hardly, Hardly. Okay, he could hardly see any cultivated land except in some areas. So he issued orders to begin farming in all parts of the kingdom as early as possible. Not was, as early as possible. The king offered 100 gold coins for the best farmer who makes the best result in farming. Instead of which you should write who makes the best result in farming. Okay. Children, now we are going to study the short poem The Plowman, written by Oliver Wendell Holmes Sr. These are the hands whose steady labor brings the peasant's food, the golden pomp of kings. This is the page whose letters shall be seen, changed by the sun to words of living green. This is the scholar whose immortal pen spells the first lesson hunger taught to men. These are the lines that heaven commanded toil, shows on his deed the charter of the soil. Children, you should read the poem again and again and try to do the activities based on this poem. Okay. Children, shall we revisit the poem? Yes. Here, steady labor brings. What does it mean? It means hard work. What does it bring? It brings food. Whom does it bring food? It brings the food to peasant himself and the king also. Then the golden pomp of kings means the extravagance. Okay. This is the page. What is the page farmers make use of? Yes, no doubt, it is the field or the farmland. A writer used his paper to write, but a farmer used the field to cultivate. Right? Yes, that is the poet is saying about the page. Then what are the letters seen in that page? Yes, the letters in that page is nothing but seeds. This is the scholar. Who is the scholar? Yes, the scholar means wise man. But here means the farmer. What is his immortal pen? Yes, it is nothing but about his tools. As we know, a writer uses his pen for writing, but a farmer uses his tool for cultivating in the field. Right? Yes. The heaven here means the God who commands the farmer to work hard in the soil. These are all about the poem. Okay. There are 4 small activities in connection with this poem. Let us check one by one. Okay. Activity 1. A poet turns letters and words into various styles to frame lines of a poem. Likewise, a farmer turns seeds to crops. Which lines give you this idea? Can you say? Yes, this is the page whose letters shall be seen. Then changed by the sun to words of living green. These are the lines which shows the farmer turns seeds to crops. Okay. Then look at the activity 2. In this poem, the poet considers both farming and writing as a creative work. Let us examine how the poet compares these 2 activities. Study the following table and fill in the missing parts. Use the hints given in the bracket. I think you can do this. Okay. Then what about the third activity? Pick out pairs of rhyming words from the poem. Which are the rhyming words? Yes. Brings, kings. Then seen, green. Pen, men. Toil, soil. Okay. Now look at the activity 4. we are aware of the importance of agriculture. Why can't we celebrate Chingam first as the Farmers' Day in our school? To make the program colorful, what preparations are to be made? First one, inviting farmers to the school, then inviting chief guest, prepare notice, then listed various programs to be conducted on that day. These type of preparations are to be made before conducting the program. Now prepare a letter of invitation for the farmers. Okay? Children, before writing the letter, you should keep in mind that who writes the letter, then whom is it addressed to, how will we begin the letter, what will the content of the letter be. You should aware about the answers of these questions before writing a letter, and also you should write the place and the date and to begin with a good salutation. Okay. Now I will give you an example. First you should write place and date, then give a salutation. Dear Madhavan, we have decided to celebrate Chingam first as Farmers' Day. On this occasion, we would like to appreciate the hard work, perseverance and determination of the farmers who feed the world. We know that you are cultivating different crops and vegetables in your field. We are eager to know the ways and methods that you follow in farming. So, we are very glad to invite you to participate in this function and share your experience of farming with us. How will you conclude? Yes, lovingly, students of Town UPS, Kottarakara. Okay. Now, I think you know how to prepare an invitation letter. Okay dears, let us wind up today's class. All of you should write down all these activities in your notebook. Have a nice